Thank you for joining us for Comal Reads. We have our wonderful students here today to share with you the book that we have chosen as a school district for our family reading time, The One and Only Ivan. We think that with the help of our librarians have chosen this great book to share with you as a family. What we're encouraging is, as a family, is to read this book out loud together. You only have to do it for maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever you can on a day-to-day basis. We do want you to read it out loud as a family, perhaps share in the discussion. We want to encourage family time. We want to encourage reading. We appreciate you joining Comal Reads, and we look forward to discussing this book and sharing some ideas, sharing pictures, and sharing thoughts as we read together as a school district. All right. Well, I'm going to put on my special glasses because I'm getting old. All right. And the book is dedicated to a woman or a girl named Julia. I don't know who Julia is. And there's a great quote by a poet named George Eliot that this author writes. And by the way, George Eliot was a woman. Did you know that?
George?
Yeah, she used a pseudonym, a different name, so she can publish her writing. Anyway, this is a quote. "It is never too late to be what you might have been." Let me go and say that again. It is never too late to be what you might have been. Let me tell you, if you think about that, you should be thinking about that the entire day. All right, so here we go. I know, so you know what? You got to write it down and you got to think about it. I'm serious.
Tongue tired.
Yeah. Okay, hello, I am Ivan. I'm a gorilla. It's not as easy as it looks. Do you think it's easy being a gorilla?
No.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not. People call me the freeway gorilla, the ape at exit 8, the one and only Ivan, mighty silverback. How many guys heard of the word silverback? Yeah, in the Discovery channels, right? The names are mine, but they're not me. I am Ivan, just Ivan, only Ivan. Humans waste words. They toss them like banana peels and leave them to rot. Everyone knows the peels are the best part. How many guys eating the peels? Oh man, you're missing out. I suppose you think gorillas can't understand you. Of course, you are probably think we can't walk upright. Try knuckle walking for an hour. You'll tell me which way is more fun. How many of you guys have tried to walk on your knuckles? That's interesting. Okay.
I headbutted you.
I've learned to understand human words over the years. Do you think they know our words?
No.
Oh. But understanding human speech is not the same as understanding humans. Humans speak too much. They chatter like chimps, crowding the world with their noise even when they have nothing to say. It took me some time to recognize all those human sounds, to weave words into things, but I was patient. Patient is a useful way to be when you're an ape. Gorillas are as patient as stones. Humans, not so much. How many of you guys are patient in here? I'm pretty patient. I used to be a wild gorilla, and I still look the part. I have a gorilla's shy gaze, a gorilla's sly smile. I wear a snowy saddle of fur, the uniform of a silverback. When the sun warms my back, I cast a gorilla's majestic shadow. In my size, humans see a test of themselves. They hear fighting words on the wind, when all I'm thinking is how the late day sun reminds me of a ripe nectarine. I'm mightier than any human, 400 pounds of pure power. My body looks made for battle. My arms, outstretched, span taller than the tallest human. My family tree spreads wide as well. I am a great ape. and you are a great ape. And so are the chimpanzees and orangutans and the bonobos, all of us distant and distrustful cousins. I know this is troubling. I too find it hard to believe there's a connection across time and space, linking me to a race of ill-mannered clowns. Chimps, there's no excuse for them. That was a joke. I live in a human habitat called the Exit 8 Big Top Mall and Video Arcade. We are conveniently located off I-95, with shows at 2, 4, and 7, 365 days a year. Mac says that when he answers the trilling telephone, Mac works here at the mall. He is the boss. I work here too. I'm the gorilla. At the Big Top Mall, a creaky music carousel spins all day, and monkeys and parrots live amid the merchants. In the middle of the mall is a ring with benches where humans can sit on their romps while they eat soft pretzels. The floor is covered with sawdust made of dead trees. My domain is at one end of the ring. I live here because I am too much gorilla and not enough human. Stella's domain is next to mine. Stella is an elephant. She and Bob, who is a dog, are my dearest friends. At present, I do not have any gorilla friends. My domain is made of thick glass and rusty metal and rough cement. Stella's domain is made of metal bars. The sun bear's domain is wood. The parrot's is wire mesh. 3 of my walls are glass. One of them is cracked, and a small piece about the size of my hand is missing from its bottom corner. I made a hole with a baseball bat Matt gave me for my 6th birthday. After that, he took the bat away, but he let me keep the baseball that came with it. The jungle scene is painted on one of my domain walls. It has a waterfall without water and flowers without scent and trees without roots. I didn't paint it, but I enjoy the way the shapes flow across my wall, even if it isn't too much of a jungle. I'm lucky my domain has 3 window walls. How many of you guys have windows in your room? You like windows? Yeah, me too. I can see the whole mall and a bit of the world beyond. The frantic pinball machines, the pink billows of cotton candy, and the vast treeless parking lot. How many of you guys been to a mall? Okay. Have you guys seen animals in the malls?
No.
No?
Yeah, I
Some?
pet store.
All right. Pet store. All right.
Yeah.
Beyond the lot is a freeway where cars stampede without end. A giant sign at its edge beckons them to stop and rest like gazelles at a watering hole. How many of you guys seen a big parking lot at a mall?
Yes.
Right. The sign is faded, the color's bleeding, but I know what it says. Mac read its words aloud one day, and here's what he says. Come to the Exit 8 Big Top Mall and Video Arcade, home of the one and only Ivan, Mighty Silverback. Sadly, I cannot read. Although I wish I could, reading stories would make a fine way to fill my empty hours. How many of you guys like to read so that you can go ahead and pass the time? Well, I'm glad to hear that. Okay, I'm glad to see that. All right. Once, however, I was able to enjoy a book left in my domain by one of my keepers. It tasted like termite. How many guys ate a book and tasted like termite? You ate a book? Okay. All right. The freeway billboard has a drawing of Mac in his clown clothes and Stella on her hind legs and an angry animal with fierce eyes and unkempt hair. Here it is. That animal is supposed to be me, but the artist made a mistake. I am never angry. How many of you guys think gorillas are always angry? Ooh.
I don't think.
Well, Ivan says he's not. Anger is precious. Think about that. A silverback uses anger to maintain order and warn his troop of danger. When my father beat his chest, it was to say, beware, listen, I'm in charge. I'm angry to protect you because that is what I was born to do. Here is my domain. There's no one to protect. My neighbors here at the Big Top Mall know many tricks. They are an educated lot, more accomplished than I am. One of my neighbors plays baseball, although she's a chicken. Another drives a fire truck, although he is a rabbit. How many of you guys seen a chicken play baseball? You have? How many of you guys seen a rabbit drive a fire truck?
No.
Okay, all right. I need to go ahead and live your lives. I haven't seen any of that stuff. I used to have a neighbor, a sleek and thoughtful seal. How many of you guys seen a seal? Who could balance a ball on her nose from dawn till dusk. Her voice was like the throaty bark of a dog chained outside of a cold night. Children wished on pennies and tossed them into her plastic pool. They glowed on the bottom like flat copper stones. The seal was hungry one day, or bored, perhaps, so she ate 100 pennies. Mac said it should be fine. He was mistaken. Mac calls our show the littlest big top on earth. Every day at 2, 4, and 7, humans fan themselves, drink sodas, applaud, babies wail. Mac, dressed like a clown, pedals a tiny bike. A dog named Snickers rides on Stella's back. Stella sits on a stool. Now, who's Stella again?
The elephant.
The elephant. It is a very sturdy stool. I don't do any tricks. Max says it's enough for me to be me. Stella told me that some circuses move from town to town. They have humans who dangle on ropes, twanging from tops of tents. They have grumbling lions with gleaming teeth and a snaking line of elephants, each clutching the limp tail in front of her. The elephants look far into the distance so they won't see the humans who want to see them. How many of you guys been to a circus? Okay. Our circus doesn't migrate. We sit where we are like an old beast too tired to push on. After our show, humans forage to the stores. A store is where humans buy things they need to survive. At the Big Top Mall, some stores sell new things like balloons and t-shirts and caps to cover the gleaming heads of humans. Some stores sell old things that smell dusty and damp and long forgotten. All day I watch humans scurry from store to store. They pass their green paper, dry as old leaves, spelling of 1,000 hands, back and forth and back again. What is this green paper that he's talking about? Money. Yeah, money. They hunt frantically, stalking, pushing, grumbling. Then they leave, clutching bags filled with things, bright things, soft things, big things. But no matter how full the bags, they always come back for more. Humans are clever indeed. They spin pink clouds you can eat. What is that? Cotton. That's right, cotton candy. They build domains with flat waterfalls, but they are lousy hunters. Are we lousy hunters?
We wait for our food to come to us.
Yeah, we have cafeterias. Some animals live privately, unwatched, but that is not my life. My life is flashing lights and pointing fingers and uninvited visitors. Inches away, humans flatten their little hands against the wall of glass that separates us. The glass says you are this and we are that, and that is how it will always be. Humans leave their fingerprints behind. Sticky with candy, sticky with sweat. Each night a weary man comes to wipe them away. Sometimes I press my nose against the glass. My nose print, like your fingerprint, is a first and last and only one. The man wipes the glass and then I'm gone. Here is my domain. I do not have much to do. You can only throw so many meatballs at humans before you get bored. A meatball is made up of rolling up dung until it's the size of a small apple, then let it dry. I always keep a few on hand. That's gross. For some reason, my visitors never seem to carry any. Is that true? Yeah, I hope so. In my domain, I have a tire swing, a baseball, a tiny plastic pool filled with dirty water, and even an old TV. I have a stuffed toy gorilla, too. Julia, the daughter of the weary man who cleans the mall each night, gave it to me. Oh, the Julia. The gorilla has empty eyes and floppy limbs, but I sleep with it every night. I call it Not Tag. Tag was my twin sister's name. Julia is 10 years old. She has hair like black glass and a wide half-moon smile. She and I have a lot in common. We are both great apes, and we are both artists. It was Julia who gave me my first crayon, a stubby blue one, slipped through the broken spot in my glass along with a folded piece of paper. I knew what to do with it. I watched Julia draw. When I dragged the crayon across the paper, it left a trail in its wake like slithering blue snake. So what color crayon? Blue. Julia's drawings are wild with color and movement. She draws things that aren't real, clouds that smile and cars that swim. She draws until her crayons break and her paper rips. Her pictures are like pieces of a dream. I can't draw dreamy pictures. I never remember my dreams, although I sometimes awaken with my fist clenched and my heart hammering. My drawings seem pale and timid next to Julia's. She draws the ideas in her head. I draw the things in my cage, simple items that fill my days, an apple core, a banana peel, a candy wrapper. I often eat my subjects before I draw them. But even though I draw the same things over and over again, I never get bored with my art. How many of you guys like art class? When I'm drawing, that's all I think about. I don't think about where I am, about yesterday or tomorrow. I just move my crayons across the paper. Humans don't always seem to recognize what I've drawn. They squint, kind of cock their heads, murmur. I'll draw a banana, a perfectly lovely banana, and they'll say, "It's a yellow airplane," or "It's a duck without wings." That's all right. I'm not drawing for them. I'm drawing for me. Max soon realized that people will pay for a picture made by a gorilla, even if they don't know what it is. Now I draw every day. My work sells for $20 a piece, $25 with the frame, at the gift shop near my domain. If I get tired and need a break, I eat my crayons. All right, so that's the end for today for this great book, The One and Only Ivan. Do you guys like that so far? Yeah. How many of you guys would like to read a little bit more? Great. So I hope that your family will get this book. And if they don't, you can get one from the school and you can read together as a family out loud just like I did, right? And hopefully you guys can do that. You don't have to read a lot, just 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. Everybody good? Well, thank you guys very much. I appreciate you paying attention, and I hope you guys have a good rest of the day. Comal Reads will begin on October 30th officially, and will go all the way to Thanksgiving holiday for the Comal Independent School District. We encourage during that time period to go ahead and come up to the school for any activities that you would like to find, talk with your librarians or your teachers about Comal Reads program or your campus principal. We encourage once again to read this book together as a family from October 30th to November the 17th when Thanksgiving arrives. We appreciate it very much, and we look forward to sharing this book with you and look forward to sharing ideas and pictures together as a family. Thank you.